Hey everybody, it's Tara Bryan, and you are listening to Course Building Secrets. Hey, so one of the things that I get asked all the time from my students and from people who are looking to create their first online course is how do you sell your course before you even create it? And is that even something that you should be doing? So there's this perception out there that you really need to create your entire course, all your videos, all your things, put it in your platform before you've actually sold it. And that's actually false. And so I want to tell you a little bit about that today and give you some tips for how you can get started selling your course before you've even created it, which is definitely the approach that I recommend in Learn Academy. It is the best way for you to test your offer and start serving your customers. All right, so let's dive in. So the very first thing is that by really looking at eliminating the barriers with the tech and doing videos and all the things will help you focus on who it is that you're serving and how what you are going to teach in your online course will help them get a transformation. So that's the very first thing to think about. When we're in Learn Academy, we really spend the first chunk of time identifying what that is, right? Who is our learner? What result or transformation are we going to get for them? And then what's the path that they need in order to be successful, right? As an expert, as somebody who's been doing this and getting success from whatever it is you're going to be teaching, your job is to provide them with the fastest path to success, whatever that looks like for what you're teaching. And so you really want to dial that in and identify what that transformation is. Then at that point, once you have that, the next step isn't to go and build all the sales funnels and all of the course videos and all the things, right? The next step is actually to go out, find the people that you can get that transformation for, and start inviting them into your world. Have conversations with them, start to answer questions, start to figure out what it is that they're struggling with, and really get that dialed in. And that's literally where you can go and pre-sell what it is that you're going to teach. And that just means that you are literally going to get on the phone with them, ask them, what they're struggling with, and then sell them into your program and get started by just offering tons of value to what we call your beta customers and getting them in and teaching the course live. Here's the thing. This is where a lot of people are like, well, what? How do I do that when I haven't actually created anything yet? And here's my message for you. When you think about signing up for a college course or a seminar or even an in-person event, do you pay before you show up and actually get the value that you've signed up for? Of course, right? But for some reason, when it comes to helping people through your online course, there's this perception that it all has to be finished in order to put people into it. And that is a false belief, a false assumption. Because here's the thing. So you're selling your expertise to help people get the transformation, and you're going to show up live and teach them. So what I tell people is in their beta, like, this is actually when the time when people really want to come into your world, because you are so motivated to get them results and to help them that, like, it is going to be an amazing experience because you're going to show up and help teach them so they get results, right? Like, think about, like, this is the time when you are the most motivated to help them get results because you're going to get testimonials, you're going to get raving fans, and you're really going to be able to dial in and test not only your offer, but also your course. And then at that point, as you're kind of helping them get through the journey, you're helping them get results, you're teaching live, then you're able to really look at it and say, okay, great. So how did this work? What parts do I want to keep and what parts do I want to scrap? How do I really dial in that framework that you created in the first step, to then look at how do you automate it? How do you put in all of the systems and all of the things to really start to grow and scale it so you can have more people in and not have to do it live over and over and over again and still provide the same level of transformation that you did in that first beta. So hopefully these tips are helpful for you as you start to think about how do you get in this game and how do you get started? Because the worst thing that you can do is to do all of your videos, all of your sales pages, all of your funnels, all the things, and then nobody shows up. right? Because what you're selling either doesn't have a market or you haven't been able to get clear on that transformation yet because you haven't worked with actual live customers. And so don't make that mistake. I've talked to so many people who have created all of their videos, who have created all of their content. They've spent months and years trying to perfect it. And then it just sits in the Dropbox folder or it just sits somewhere out there and they're not selling it. So if you want to sell your course, get results for people, and make the difference that you want to make in this world, then start by pre-selling your beta. Test it with real people, show up live, get them the results, and then work on packaging it. So again, hopefully these tips help you. One of the like little nuggets I'm going to leave you with today is around the selling piece. So often people think, well, I have to have the sales page and I have to have the offer page and I have to have Facebook ads and I have to have all these things, right? So what happens is you just get sort of paralyzed by that, or you spend so much time worrying about that. Your goal at this point should be to invite people into your world. So even if you don't have a list, even if you don't have a large following, what you want to do is you just want to get them on the phone and start talking to them about how you can get them results. What are those options? And then invite them into your program. That is going to be a much better strategy at this point when you're starting out than going through all of the tech, all of the complicated things that take all this time before you've actually tested it. So don't stress over any of that. Right now, it's all just about testing what you have to offer and really showing up and delivering your highest value to those customers that you can get results for. So enjoy, have fun with this process, because creating your online course for the first time is so fun because you're able to show up and serve and help people get the fastest path to results. So I wish you well. If you are interested in learning how you can go through this process faster than you thought possible, then reach out to me. I'd love to get you on a call or have you check out Learn Academy, because it is literally the step-by-step program that will help you do just that. So if you've been struggling to try and do this on your own, it is the best program for really looking at how do you dial in what your framework is, how do you pre-sell it and run your beta, and then how do you automate it to grow and scale it beyond your wildest dreams. So come in, jump into our world. In the description here, you'll see some links to help you get started. We have a step-by-step guide with tons of questions that will help you just start thinking about this process. And subscribe to our link, because there are way more videos, lots of more value that I provide to you in both this podcast and on the YouTube channel. So subscribe and make sure that you don't miss an episode. All right.